Today, we address a troubling case of extortion involving Mr. Henry Nwambeze and the alleged use of AIG FCID Annex Office to facilitate his unlawful activities. The incident came to light following a petition submitted by Like Agu and Co. law firm on behalf of Engineer Oham against Mr. Henry Nwambeze, a tenant occupying a flat in Thomas Estate, Aja, since 2018. Mr. Nwambeze, after making a confessional statement, affirmed to have defaulted to his rent payment since 2018 till date, leading to a legal proceeding initiated at the Tinubu Magistrate Court on February 6, 2024. During a court session at Ikoyi Magistrate Court, Mr. Nwambeze, accompanied by an individual identified as Mr. Francis, coerced Engineer Oham into settling the matter out of court. Subsequently, Mr. Nwambeze demanded a sum of 2 million naira to resolve the issue, citing purported costs incurred by officers of FCID Annex Alagbon. In a disconcerting turn of events, investigation revealed that Mr. Nwambeze has orchestrated a scheme to extract funds under false pretense, following an initial payment of 1.5 million naira to a certain Umar Bintu Fatima account, purportedly for expenses on Alagbon detective. Mr. Nwambeze requested an additional 2 million naira from Engineer Oham. Upon further investigation, it became apparent that Mr. Nwambeze had expanded in extortion efforts, demanding an exorbitant sum of 7 million naira to purportedly to settle matter with the AIG FCID Annex Alagbon, Ikoyi, Lagos. This escalation prompted Engineer Oham to petition submitted following the fraudulent nature of Mr. Nwambeze. In response to the petition and subsequent evidence presented, Detective of FCID Annex swiftly intervened, leading to the apprehension of Mr. Nwambeze. These arrests mark a significant step in combating extortion and upholding the integrity of our legal system. The AIG FCID Annex commend diligent efforts of FCID Annex Detective in promptly addressing a matter involving exploitative practices. He urged the public to remain vigilant against such activities and sternly warned unscrupulous individuals who attempt to involve the leadership of the FCID Annex Lagos or the MPF at large in corrupt practices. The AIG FCID Annex warned all individuals to desist from such acts or face the wrath of law. We reaffirm our zero-tolerance policy against corruption and our commitment to professionalism as envisioned by the Inspector General of Police. We urge citizens of Nigeria to collectively stand against extortion in all forms and safeguard the integrity of our society.
My tenant, he came in around 2018. On October 3rd, 2018, he paid 150,000, which happens to be an agency for rent of 1.5 million. Okay. He told me that his wife will pay the rent. I didn't know at that time that the wife had already paid the rent about a few days before that day. Okay. Now, I allowed him because he told me that he was coming from Port Harcourt on an emergency, that himself and the family have been hanging around in a hotel, that he didn't know what politics were happening in Port Harcourt. Okay, so I allowed that. Then the day they came to wash the flat, I told him that he need to pay caution fee. Caution fee is 200,000. Okay, so he said he hadn't money. I said, no, but it's a condition. You pay rent, you pay agency, you pay caution. It was at that point that he wrote a check of 200,000 and gave it to me. I kept that check. Few days later, I took the check to the bank, placed it in the bank, Union Bank. Later, that check bounced. They wrote at the back of the check, invalid for clearing. So the bank turned back the check, invalid for clearing. I went back to him. I said, look at this check you gave me. It's returned invalid. He said I shouldn't bother. And when it's ready, he will tell me when next to present the check again. And that was that. So I waited till almost a year to 2 years. Around 2019 to 2020. I now invited him. I went and reported to AIG police station, where they invited him. There, he wrote an undertaking I have it here, an undertaking, saying that he will pay the rent of 1.5 for 2019-2020. And he was also going to pay the 200,000 caution fee. That he gave the date he was going to pay it. That if he didn't pay the money, court action can be taken against him. Now, after that date, he didn't pay it. Okay, it was at that point that we went to report to police.
So how long has it been? Is this still in the property? Does it still live there?
It's still there in the property.
How long has it lived there?
Since that 2018 till today. In fact, what he did was he moved out with his wife and children and left his brother, younger brother there, who is now renting that flat to all these junior people, junior boys and applicants, the young people that got it. He's renting it to, they're up to 8 there now.
But he hasn't paid?
He has not paid, apart from that first one that the wife paid, because we later discovered the wife actually paid before he paid that 150. Okay, so but from that point, he didn't pay again. Now, when I went to AIG police station and reported, when he said that he was going to pay, what he did was to pay 500,000. I also have the statement here. Okay, from that point till today, he has not paid anything, and the brother is still there, renting my flat to people.
So in total, how much is it paying?
I can't figure it completely exactly, but it's it should be about 8 million or thereabout, because it's 1.5 per annum. 1.5 per annum, and they are looking at about 5 years. 5 years, it will be 5 million plus 2.5, that's about 7.5 million.
So it's not enough of not paying this house rent since 2018 till date. They also extorted him of 4 million naira and went ahead to extort, using the AIG FCID office to extort him of 7 million naira. And AIG wants an unscrupulous element to desist from such acts, as he has zero tolerance to corruption.